Hi, I'm Michelle B. Griffin, and welcome to the podcast of the She's Visible movement, the show where we help women, experts, and leaders become recognized authorities in their fields. Each week, join me and my guests as we share our lessons, our stories, and what it really takes to build the visibility and personal brands of women just like you. I'm delighted you're here. Now let's get going with today's show. Welcome back, everybody. I am your host, Michelle B. Griffin, and this is the podcast of the She's Visible movement. And visibility is exactly the topic we're talking about today. Specifically, a full new area of visibility to share with you and have an important resource I'm sharing with you and will tell you about in just a few minutes. So, bottom line is, people are not going to Google anymore or as much to look for experts like you. What does that mean? That means that they are going to AI, large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot. People are using AI to look for things just like they would Google. And more importantly, for experts like us. That's a very exciting new development. The stats and the data share just about weekly. This is growing. Google is still important because AI is drawing from it, but people are bypassing Google and going straight to AI. Now, this is a huge opportunity that I want you to start knowing about and taking advantage of and understanding. And I'll tell you why. Because about a year ago, in fact, January 2025, I started noticing when I was having calls booked and I asked in Calendly, how and where did you find me? They would start saying ChatGPT. Or I asked Claude for a top personal branding coach or speaker and your name came up. And I thought that was super cool. And I just didn't think of it until it started happening again and again and again. And then I realized, hey, this is a thing. Because not only were people booking calls, I actually had these same calls hire me, become clients, which is phenomenal. And I realized what an opportunity, what a new and improved visibility stream. And more importantly, for women experts like you, this is a huge opportunity. So that led me to go, I want to know more. So last summer, I started deep diving and geeking out on all things AI visibility with articles, podcast episodes, books. I even went to all 5 LLMs, all 5 AI tools I mentioned earlier, and I asked them, what does it take? And I amassed a lot of information. And it got a little overwhelming. There's the whole brand side, and there's a whole technical side. It's a lot. But I knew for personal brands, and more specifically, the women experts, authors, speakers I work with, this is an advantage they need to know about. So last fall, I wrote my first version of a guide. In fact, I was on podcasts all last fall talking about this. People were like, wow, tell me more. And so I said, I'm writing a guide, which was taking me a little bit longer than I wanted. The first version was okay, but then I realized I need to streamline it and make this super simple. So I got back to work, and the second version, I created a framework, which I saw were the signals that these AI tools are looking and sourcing when people ask them, who's this or name this. So what is the framework exactly? The Recognition Ready AI Visibility Framework. It's 3 C's, 3 signals that AI absolutely needs to have answered and on point so it can, without a doubt, find you and recommend you. And here's what they are. Number 1 is clarity. How clear is it on who you are, what you do, what you stand for, how you're different? Bottom line is, how well positioned is your brand? Because if AI tools can't understand what you do, or there's mixed signals, or it's vague, or it's too broad, they're not going to know you're the top of mind choice that they will answer in this query. So clarity is number 1. The second signal is credibility. Do others validate how amazing you are? And this is where my PR background and love for PR is now at the forefront, because I realize PR, media hits, podcasting, being featured in top, second, and third tier publication, you name it, other places, third-party proof and sources are what make you credible. So credibility is huge for these LLMs to serve you up as an answer. And the third one is continuity. How active are you right now? Because they are here to source those that are giving information out, putting content out that is timely, relevant. We can be clear in our brands, credible, and continuous. And when you have these three signals, you are a strong contender for AI to recommend you. Because bottom line is, if you don't have these three signals, they're not going to recommend you. And we want you, I know you listening right now are so brilliant at what you do. And I want you to be sourced in AI. I want them to recommend your name, link to your site, and get you noticed, known, and chosen for what you do best. Remember this, if your message is vague, AI is going to skip you. If no one else mentions you, AI can't trust you. And if your stuff looks outdated online, AI assumes you are not active and they pass on. And we don't want that, and we won't let that happen. So that brings us to, again, why does this matter? Because it's not just clients, it's people booking speakers, it's the media, podcast hosts, decision makers, you name it. They're going to AI tools and asking for referrals and recommendations. So if you're not showing up in AI, you're invisible in a whole new way, and that is not acceptable for me. I am here to help women experts like you be on more stages, featured in pages, earning better wages with visibility as that driving force. And now, AI visibility. So how can you find out more? Today, I'm thrilled. This is the first place I'm publicly announcing my guide for you, my awesome listener. The Recognition Ready AI Visibility Guide for Experts is now ready for download, and I want you to consume it and start taking action. It's a 20-page, simple, easy read where it walks you through everything, shares my framework, how to strengthen all your signals, and then even do a checklist to see where you need to tighten up. And I even have an AI-built scorecard I built in Lovable that you can test this out. It'll give you a ranking, so you'll get a feel of, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, and you can start taking action. The beautiful thing about AI visibility is it's very fluid. It changes so fast. Now, again, we are talking about the brand positioning side, which you need to do first before the technical side. There's some technical things you can work on your website, and that's a whole nother thing. In a future episode, I may be sharing, as well as I know in a future episode, I will be talking more about PR and LinkedIn, of course. LinkedIn, especially early this year, it is now the number one trusted source by these LLMs. And so if your profile is lackluster, we've got to fix that. How do I get this? So go to the show notes and you will grab the link. I'm not going to publicly say it in case I change my URL in the future. The show notes will always have the current URL. Go ahead and download it. This is for you. I'm unveiling it here for my amazing listeners, and take action on it. Reach out. Let me know how you fared in your checklist, your scorecard. That's why I'm here. Book a call with me. Let me know. I also even have a power hour in AI visibility you can learn more about. But the bottom line is, as I say on every episode, you have brilliance in what you're doing, and it needs to be out there. And now AI needs to be recommending you. So let's make that happen. Again, go to the show notes and you've got the full 20-page guide and scorecard ready to go. I want you to promise me you're going to download it, read it, and take action, because AI visibility is right now, it's still a new thing. You can get that first mover advantage when you have all the systems and all the background, which I've given you in this guide. And until next time, keep putting yourself out there. You have a brand to build, a message to share, and people to impact. I'll catch you next time. Take care. That's it for today's episode. And before we go, can I ask a favor? I would be so honored if you could give this show a rating and a review, because that helps more women who are maybe on the sidelines and so ready to put themselves out there, or who are ready for their next level and can find us and learn everything they need to build their visibility, their personal brands, and become thought leaders in their space. Thank you so much. Until next time, take care.